Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into PKA level 150 plus with the two teams that I put out for level 100, showcasing just how to clear it past level 150. Because look, at the end of the day, the rewards, the best rewards, are basically up to level 150, up to level 200. Obviously, you have Chopper Man missions as well, so it definitely is in your best interest to try and hit level 200. So the free spirit team that we have in today's video, it definitely should clear level 200. As for the other team, the extra drop team, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to make it all the way to level 200. But look, once I get to level 200, I'll definitely give it a crack. I'll give it a try, and then we'll kind of go from there. But 6 days left on the limited time missions. Hopefully you guys are using your booster teams to farm out the mini bosses on very low levels. And if you can build the booster team for level 100 plus, you are gaining as much as you possibly can, moving from level 100 to level 150. But hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive in. Alright, so we're going to start it off with the boosted team. We aren't obviously using any of the new batch characters, but we are using a Garp as a friend captain. Now, I did tweak this team a little bit. I did take off Saturn, and I put on the free-to-play Sanji and Frankie. They have double special activation. They just help out in clearing stage 4 and stage 5. The burn becomes a little bit of a bitch when it comes to tapping perfects, and just having a chain boundary special starting at a higher chain just allows you to hit goods and greats without actually worrying about too much damage output. We are using Nami Karina as our leader, so we do have an extra drop from her. And then we have the 3 extra drops from Garp. So you're looking at a minimum 4 drops here with the potential of another 4. So you could get up to 8, but you're getting a minimum 4, which is really, really good. Yeah, just exceptional value. And then obviously you can run Mihawk Corona 6+, you can run the 5+ Boa, Nami Karina as leader, and then just like any of the new characters, either Garp or Garling as your friend captain for the mini boss fights at level 1 and level 6 respectively. But once you hit level 3 is where the fight starts to pick up. You can always get Kaido, he gives you Bind and Despair. We have some supports for Despair. Now, I am using a level 12 ship. The Going Merry has 1 turn of Bind and Despair removal. Garp's captain ability, as long as you have 5 Egghead characters, which we do on this team, he just allows you to bypass 10 turns of Bind, but you are going to need all the supports and a ship to take care of Despair. If you have the Otama, the Kazuna Otama from the Kazuna banner, you could have picked up as a free character on the 11th anniversary tickets. Then you can use her, and you don't have to worry about the ship special, and you can get some more damage output with the ship. On turn 4, we have to come against Roger Rally Gaban. As you can see, you can only use 1 special on turn 3 and turn 4. You have block orbs, and then you also get Bind on your sailors, but having Garp removes that. We have the switch of Nami Karina here to just give us some G orbs for our Dex characters, and then we can use the Frankie and Sanji special to give us a chain boundary and allow us to kill that particular stage without using any other specials and worrying about the block orb, so it works out pretty nicely. This way we can save the rock special for the final stage, but you could always just use the rock special on that particular stage too, and that way you'll have just plenty of damage to kill there if you guys are struggling just a little bit. But on the final stage, you get special bind, there's defense up threshold, there's a barrier for G orbs, and there is burn, which is a little bit annoying. So we have Roger Rally Gaban take care of the special bind. They also give us color affinity, and they also give us the int territory. We have Garp to be an attack booster. He can increase color affinity. We can use Luffy to get an orb buff for our Dex and our int characters, and then we can actually use the Rocks Pirates after that to give us the set target for strikers, which means that, look, Roger Rally Gaban is the one that's going to really benefit from this. Finally, you can switch with Nami Karina to give Luffy a G orb, use the special of Nami Karina, and that way you remove the defense up and the threshold. So very, very nice stuff there. Now, we don't get rid of the burn with this particular team, so just be very careful when you are hitting your perfects. You have 146,000 HP though. You might have more, you might have less, depending on your investments and your ship. But thanks to Sanji and Frankie, you actually have plenty of HP here. You can hit a couple of perfects, but as you can see there, Roger Rally Gaban hits very nicely and clears very easily. Hitting for around 3 billion damage, and obviously you have the shot from Sanji and Frankie to sort of come in after that. They're not going to hit as hard as Roger Rally Gaban, and obviously my Roger Rally Gaban are level 5 super tandem, so the damage obviously will scale a little bit down, but like there was plenty of damage there, like plenty of damage. Honestly, that might be enough to clear level 200. Let me know in the comment section below how much HP level 200 has, because off the top of my head, I cannot remember for the life of me. Alright, so moving on to the free spirit-based team now. I thought I'd just quickly show my statue investment. I have obviously been prioritizing int characters because int is super effective on the final stage. You can invest in Dex as well to help you out on turn 4, but at the same time, like, like most of the damage, all the damage you're going to need is on turn 5. Like that's where you are going to want to have your big hitters. So as you can see with the Free Spirit team, we are using the Merry-Go ship once again. This time the ship is essential. You are going to need that extra turn up to spare. We have Garp on the team. If you guys don't have Garp, you can use Sabo. The New Year's Sabo is definitely going to work, or you could use Roger Rayleigh Gaban. Roger Rayleigh Gaban is a fantastic option if you guys are missing Garp at level limit break 5. You will lose a chain boundary, obviously, but you will gain a or arguably you'll gain a stronger color affinity, and what else will you gain? You gain an Ints territory, which is pretty damn nice. But Garp's great too, because like he can just, you know, take care of that. You are going to want to have bring it a spare support though, so Roger Rayleigh might be a bit tricky with support options and stuff like that. But on turn, what is it? Turn 3, Kaido has Bind and Despair. Luffy, the Gear 5 Luffy takes care of the Bind, and then supports take care of the Despair. Ace gives you 50% cooldown to your Free Spirit and your Shooter and your Dex characters. So with this, you are going to be ready to go, and this team is also no stall, which is awesome, even though we aren't using any boosted characters whatsoever. Nami and Carrot are going to take care of the block orbs on this particular stage. If you guys don't have Nami Carrot, just bring any other Straw Hat that can, like, ideally use a Despair remover, and that way you can just take care of the stage super easy. Like I said, as long as it's a Straw Hat, maybe like an Int Straw Hat that can deal with this stage, like you are going to be pretty hunky-dory there. On the final stage, you get Special Bound, and that's where Garp comes into play. There's Defense Up, Threshold, Barrier, Burn. Luffy basically takes care of all of the defensive effects, so you don't have to worry about the Threshold and the Barrier. Yamato's going to remove the Burn. And then for the Defense Up, we have Zoro and Sanji. You can also set defense to 0 with this particular fight too, so if you have a way to do that, then it all works out pretty hunky-dory. But as you can see, I'm started as... Who did I start as? Sanji or... I don't know. Whoever I started as, just be very mindful that if you start as that particular version of Zoro Sanji, the one that I started as, you will finish the stage with a full Free Spirit team. So that way Yamato can give the attack and orb boost, the overrideable orb boost, and then that way Ace can give you his massive orb buff as well as the conditional buff, or you could use Luffy first and get the color affinity buff and then increase it with Ace. I think Ace's orb buff is probably a little bit better than having the orb and then the increase of the color affinity. But look, if you guys are doing it the other way and you're doing more damage, let me know in the comment section below as well. Zoro Sanji are going to give us a full body tandem orbs, which is going to allow us to get a super tandem. We have Rush. We're not worrying about final tap here. We're just final tapping with either Yamato or Carrot and Nami. They're obviously hitting the hardest. With this, you have attack, you have orbs, you have chain boost, chain shenanigans, super types, super classes. Like, you basically have everything. Like, you're in a pretty damn good spot here. So with the rush of Ace, we are basically just, I think we just kill with Ace, don't we? Or maybe we kill with the super tandem. Yeah, no, we kill with Garp. So like, just so much goddamn damage. Looking at around 2 billion damage just off rip, and obviously we haven't even touched the in characters. So this one will definitely clear upwards of 200 plus. Plus all these characters are pretty old, so like I feel like a lot of people have these particular units at their disposal, and it should be able to help you clear that level 200 mark. And like I said, use the mini bosses to build up your total gains. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's